some Wii U Fit runs. Salute the sun, everyone. Let's go.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. My name is Dragonz, and welcome to a real speed game. I'm going to be running Wii Fit U, all beginner categories intentional for y'all today. Before I explain what that word salad means, I do have a couple of my best buddies in the whole world with me on commentary, if y'all want to introduce yourselves.
Hello.
I'm music. I'm the Wii Series community leader. I make YouTube videos, and I love Wii Fit.
Yeah, I'm
Me too, dog.
I play Wii Fit, but never done any speedruns. So that's where dragonz comes in.
Absolutely. So again, I'm running a category, all beginner categories intentional. Essentially, we're taking all of the games in Wii Fit U that you realistically can speedrun, and we're running through all of them, and we're doing the beginner difficulties of all of them. What that little intentional bit at the end means, essentially, I have to play the game correctly. So I can't use this wall for support. I can't hold on to my desk. I can't like abuse the calibration on the balance board. Basically, I'm just playing the game as you're supposed to, which is not very common for speedrunners, I guess, but either way,
Real sweat in this speedrun.
Absolutely. With that though, I think we are good to go. So we can get a little countdown ready here. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
Alright, so first game we're getting into is climbing. You may notice this requires 2 whole Wii remotes. This game is notorious for having a lot of issues with motion drift, where sometimes my Wii remote just goes where I don't want it to, and I just have to cope with that. The issue here is you're going to notice me letting go with both hands at the same time, and the game explicitly tells you not to do that right there. You see that message. Because you will fall if you let go for too long, but, you know, I don't care, really.
That's not even weird. You get a bit of freedom at the end here. You can see it's like a split path. It's about the same distance, but the finish line is actually on the left side. So we're going to be taking the left side. It saves a little bit of time. But as you can see, small rocks are a little tricky.
Bit of deep cut knowledge you might not know is that dragonz actually rock climbs in real life, and I'm sure he can attest that it is just as physically strenuous.
Yeah. Okay. That was some brutal motion drift I got at the end, but I actually still got through that, so I can't complain. That can become a disaster so quickly.
Motion drift.
Yeah, it's so brutal. All of the Wii U, Wii Series games have an issue with that for some reason. Wii Sports Club is terrible with it. You'll be golfing and you can't swing the club.
Hashtag
way, though.
just Wii U things.
Yeah. Either way, though, we are now getting into obstacle course. So this is naturally an obstacle course, but it's entirely cycle-based, which makes this pretty tricky to do fast. So oh, that's not good. Okay, so I'm on a bit of a weird cycle now because I got some interesting inputs there on my balance board, but still should be okay for the most part. But the cycles for this game are global, so a little issue in the beginning can affect this cycle right here. I am not making that. Yeah, I'm not making that. Yeah, so this is such a brutal game, just with it being entirely cycle based, but yeah. So you're gonna see me trying to do a lot of these well-timed jumps. This is a backup strat I made up just now, by the way. I can't believe that worked.
Congrats.
Routing on the fly.
Absolutely. So we're getting into the third part here now with these logs. They squish you. Not really something you want to have happen to you.
speaking logs that squish you.
Actually, I can't believe they do this. And it's crazy. It's actually like a cartoon. You become like a stain on the ground.
I wanted an intense workout, but this is ridiculous.
All right, getting into the final stage of this here. Yeah, this is usually on the other side.
They just kind of throw everything into this.
Yeah, they really do. This is definitely the kitchen sink level, for sure. Yeah.
No shortage of the cycle skips.
I don't know where that log is. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, again, because I had that little miss cycle at the beginning, I had no idea where a lot of these cycles were going to be. So, we will gladly take that.
Nice. Now we get to play the sequel.
Yeah, so Obstacle Course is from the original, well, not the original Wii Fit, but it's from Wii Fit Plus on the Wii. This next game is Ultimate Obstacle Course, which is new to Wii Fit U. And you're gonna notice pretty quickly that there's something a little different about it. So yeah, we have unlocked a second axis of movement.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? Yeah, so Ultimate Obstacle Course does involve you having to rotate your feet and your body on the balance board to control the direction in which you're running. And as you might be able to imagine, it doesn't control incredibly, but it controls good enough, which is really all I can ask it to do.
Those little lines on the ground are checkpoints, right?
Yes. And you can actually see it on the left side of the screen too, where I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
Where I'm reaching new stages.
It's a little more lenient than the last one.
A little bit, yeah. Because I think they knew that it didn't control super perfectly, so.
Oh man, the metal platforms.
Yeah, so these metal platforms, you can notice that they rotate on an axis. You can definitely notice it here. You gotta be really careful because if you're like on a downward slope too long, you can just slip off. So this is the strat I'm going for. Yeah. So if you jump into that checkpoint and then if you can jump into that checkpoint and then you can actually time a jump and slide past that last or that big ball. It is very tricky though, and it saves like nothing. So, but you know, wanted to go for it. It can be tricky if you don't get like yourself turned around in time, and you kind of just jump straight into it. With that though, I'm done running for a little bit, thankfully. So you might recognize this game from the original Wii Fit. This is Table Tilt. The game is simple: ball, hole.
This is a theme throughout the Wii series.
True. Yeah, these get a little crazy later, but unfortunately, we don't get to see the ice level. We don't get to see the pachinko machine.
We don't see some of the evil ones because they're in higher difficulties. But yeah, the highest difficulty of this, it's entirely ice physics, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
Right. Level 5 kinda sucks. This is a really awkward one. Oh, yeah, getting over that lip at the end is always so sketchy. Because if you lose a ball and it falls off the table, you're a little screwed. Basically, the table spins around and sends all of your balls into the ether.
There are some strats with it, right?
Yeah, sometimes you can do it intentionally to like manipulate where a ball is, but it is a little sketchy for sure. All right, getting into the last level here. You may notice it's a W, despite this level not being one.
I think you took my joke. I think I made this joke.
I did steal your. You made this joke, and I shamelessly stole it.
That's awesome.
Alright. I did it, guys. They're so happy for me.
Yeah.
They're so happy for me.
We love table tilt.
You're a champion.
And as you may realize, if you don't complete table tilt, they kind of just stay in the balls forever. So it's good that, it's good that we did that.
Yeah. Okay, so next game we're getting into, also from the original Wii Fit, this is Ski Slalom, and I am going to focus a little bit here because this is tricky. If
so
either of y'all want to help explain this.
Yeah. This one's going to go by pretty fast. We are racing down the slalom course, and you'll see there are gates that we need to go through the middle of. And even though this is an RTA run, we actually apply the 7-second penalty that you get in-game if you miss any of these. So it's very costly, and requires a lot of focus.
Oh my god, dude.
That's a pretty good display there.
I have not gotten that since I've been de-rusting this category, so I am so happy that worked out.
Were you ever rusty to begin with?
Yes. Trust. Alright. Next we are getting into Perfect 10. Hope you like math.
No.
Yes. Math.
Okay, it's not that complex. We're just adding to 10 here. Basically, numbers are going to show up on these mushrooms, and we need to add to 10.
I'm scared.
It goes by pretty fast. Only 20 rounds.
But this infamously just does not control very well. You can get controlled a lot. And now there's more.
Oh, there's 4.
I am an engineering student, by the way. Can I please go to the right? Thanks. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, there's also negative numbers too, but yeah.
Good stuff.
So let me get this straight. This game not only exercises your muscles, but your brain as well.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. You can live
very...
forever if you play this, I think.
It's Alright. We are now getting into our first gamepad game. This is Dessert Course. We are a waiter, but we're not tremendously good at it. I mean, hopefully we're good at it, but we're going to be rushing around this bistro and delivering some nice desserts to our loyal patrons. Now, the positions that I have to go is the same every time, so this is not a source of RNG. But yeah, the one thing you do need to deal with is you need to not run into people. And you also, obviously the whole point of the game is you need to make sure the dessert doesn't fall off the train.
Is it a set route?
Yeah, so the route is consistent. I do know where I'm gonna have to go. This one is always sketchy.
Oh wow. Oh.
And also, I'm gonna be honest, some of these desserts are moderately unidentifiable, like the rock.
The rock!
I think it's a cream puff, but it kind of just looks like a rock.
It really does.
Now this is the sketchy one. I have to maneuver my way through all of these people, and I just stopped running somehow.
Oh! The save.
Okay!
The lean. I feel like everyone would mutually benefit here if this was more of like a buffet sort of thing. I mean, this is just
I mean,
extremely
you can literally see the buffet.
It looks like a buffet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm earning minimum wage for this too. Like, this is crazy. Minimum wage plus tips. Anyway, that is dessert course. Thankfully, getting through that without too much trouble. Lost some time to running into some people, but as is the life, I guess. Alright, next we have another We Fit You original. This is Core Luge. I am sitting down. So we're going down a luge track here. You can get a little startup boost here. Hopefully, yeah. I am the quintessential upstairs neighbor. So one thing you're going to notice is my speed in the top right. You want to try to keep this at your top. You want to try to keep this at your top speed of 90 for as much as possible, which is why you kind of want to minimize how long you're in this turning animation, because you lose a little bit of speed. But other than that, there's not really too much going on in here. So if you have any announcements or donations or anything of the sort, I would love to hear some of them.
Well, due to my own failure in the question earlier, I did realize that the incentive for the return for Ricky Game Challenge 2 has actually already been met. So yeah, we'll be seeing that in this chapter in a little while here. We still got those incentives for Nicktoons, Texas Toy Box, the character toys for that. Right now, Jimmy Neutron is in the lead with $75. Looks like the boy beat himself, rocking that Donkey Kong hair. He is currently in the lead, so first, Danny Phantom, SpongeBob, or Timmy Turner, make your voices heard with some donations. Otherwise, we have the Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania character choice as well. Hatsune Miku in the lead right now,
What?
$37.
Hey,
You know, and I am okay with that result, but you know, I would also like to see how Godzilla handles or Steve from Minecraft. So if you are curious about that, you can donate and you can see what we get.
Alright. Thank you. So we're in balance bubble now. This is also from the original We Fit. If I hit any of the walls, I'm just dead, essentially. Which is why taking the left path here is a little scary. But with that, this is a very quick game, and we can get that out of the way pretty quickly. And we are done with balance games now. We are now going to jump into a couple of the aerobics games. Starting with orienteering, which, unfortunately, and I love orienteering as a game, but this is the leading source of RNG in the run. Kind of the only source of RNG in the run, if we're being honest. So essentially, I'm going to be running around Woohoo Island, and there's going to be Mii's on my gamepad, and you'll be able to see them on the screen as well. And I have to find where they are based off the pictures. Oh. I haven't gotten this one in a while. So yeah, so they can spawn in a bunch of different places. Iwi's down here somewhere. There he is. Oh, this one sucks. Okay.
Oh man.
He is. Or he knows. Just. So yeah, so a lot of RNG just depends on how far away they spawn from each other. So now I have to go all the way over to the bowling alley, which is kind of on the other side of the map.
For the longest time, I thought this was just something that they put in We Fit You, but it's actually a real sport, and I think that rules.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo! Alright. That is orienteering. That isn't awful. You can get a lot worse than that. I was lucky to have those two that were right at the beginning, so definitely could have been worse.
Well, thank you.
Alright. So, second to last game now, we're going to be getting into island cycling. There's a lot that goes on here. So, we are riding our bike around the island, and there's a bunch of like flags we need to collect. And something that's going to help us with that is a little dog that we're going to acquire. And essentially, if I press the A button, I can send the dog to like towards the flag, and he can collect it for me. Another thing you'll notice is I'm leaning forward. This makes you go significantly faster, and the game never informs you of this.
Wow.
So I ring the bell. I sent the dog here, or towards that flag.
The dog's a little evil, though.
He can be. He can leave you high and dry sometimes. It actually happened to me. So you may notice it's a wintry vibe in the town square. There are different like appearances for the town based on your system clock, and because it's the winter right now, it's the winter theme. And there's a bunch of like extra little like obstacles in the town center. I almost considered just changing my system clock, but I forgot to. Because sometimes they get in the way of the dog. Alright, this one's kind of annoying. Please? Thank you.
Nice.
So, another thing that happens, and if one of y'all want to explain it, this game has heavy use of culling. If one of y'all wants to go into that a little more in depth.
Dog thing, yeah. We kind of alluded to that earlier. Sometimes the dog can just miss the flag. If you send him out, but you turn enough to where the flag is far enough off screen, it will just get culled away, and the dog doesn't know that it exists. So it'll just ignore it, and you have to turn all the way around and go get it.
Please get that. Thank you. Okay, that was actually very clean. Perfect.
I thought you were gonna hit the pole.
Yeah. I remembered that.
Yeah, sometimes you can, if you just run into the pole, it'll still count you as crossing the finish line. But it's only sometimes. It's very interesting. But with that, though, we're getting into our final game. This is Rowing Crew, or as it's called in PAL, because they always get cooler names, Rowing Regatta.
That is cooler.
Yeah. So we need to row. Time is going to be in around a minute, so if you have time for a couple quick donations or announcements or whatever, now is actually pretty good time.
Alright, well, we are... What we got here? So we are over $1,300 into our equipment setup funds here for getting our equipment upgraded here at Midwest Speedfest. And that is enough to get us some new headsets and new mic for the hostess. We are starting to get a new webcam set up, and we need a bit more than that. Approximately $400 more in order to be able to afford that for our next event this April at PTFCon. So if you would like to see us continue to grow and put on high-quality events and want to lend a helping hand, get your donations in now to give us a little nudge in the right direction.
Time's coming up when I cross finish line. Time.
GG.
Sorry to cut you off there, but...
Oh, it's alright.
Alrighty. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is We Fit You. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful experience. I've had a great time with you all. Just a couple shout outs. Shout out the Wii Series speedrunning community. If you are interested in any of these games like Wii Fit, Wii Sports, Wii Play, even stuff like Wii Party, you can join the Wii Series speedrunning Discord. You can find a link to it on any of the speedrun.com pages for any of the games. Shout out to anyone that's here watching. Shout out the Leafy Dreams. Those are some of my best friends in the whole world. 2 of them are in the call with me. And yeah, shout out Commander as well. I was doing as me for the whole time. Old Wii Series legend. And yeah, I've also been advised, my last shout out, I've been advised to shout out the the Rhythm Game Club at my school because the president DM'd me and said he would donate if I shouted out the Rhythm Game Club here. So, with that though, I don't have too much else to say. So thank y'all for having me, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the marathon. Hope you enjoy the music performance that's coming up.